no confusion. AI retail revolution, bringing evolution, boosting profits. It's the ultimate solution.
Okay, guys, this is going to be a fun one. I'm going to go on and turn this music down. Thank you, Robot, for the music, though. Seriously. Here's what we're going to go over today. We're going to talk about custom GPTs. We're going to talk about how you can build your own custom GPT to help you do anything that you can think of. If it's a repeatable job that you do in your shop, it's something that you can get a bot to do for you. What I want to start with, though, is I'm here alone, so these are usually just me, and so I should be used to it by now. So hello. Hey, so here's what I want. If you want me to, because the first thing I'm going to demonstrate is deep research in ChatGPT. So if you want me to do something that would cost you between, I don't know, $2,000 and $8,000, put your let me get your URL to your store, to your online store, and I'll show you how to do that really quick. If not, I've got an example that I can use that I did earlier. But I would think if you guys are out there and you want to do this, you'd probably want to take advantage of it. And I'll also provide any prompts that I'm using to do this so that you can go do everything that I'm doing on your own. And that's what I want to start with, basically, is just basically AI. A lot of people, and I'm so tired of seeing it online. You'll go online and you'll be like, ChatGPT is powerful, but you're using it wrong, right? Here are the 10 things you need to know about using ChatGPT, right? And I appreciate the dissemination of knowledge and how people, they really want to share what they know. But the thing with AI is that it's a completely open book. There's no, there's a right and wrong way, but even doing it the wrong way will still provide results because the AI is that smart or that creative. So what I want to do is I want you to take away from this. It's not, no one's going to teach you how to use AI, but AI. So as I'm prompting, usually what I'll do is I'll say, I want you to write a prompt, robot, to do the following. And then it will write the prompt. And I can even refine it further and actually build a custom GPT prompt master and then feed that into that prompt master and say, I really want you to refine this prompt so that I can get the best results possible. And you can do this to infinity, right? So I want you guys, you can give me just put the URL in the chat. I don't think I can copy it, but I'll just search your store. And then I'll start that demonstration. But the first thing I want to start with in ChatGPT is the settings. So let me go on and share my screen. And forgive me if Fritzy's Gunworks. 1 second. Let me just pull that up real quick. Fritzy's Gunworks. Thank you so much for that, by the way. All right, so I am 18. You guys, I don't need to hear any. I don't need to hear any jokes. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just go through the settings very quickly, and then I'll get on to the using that Fritzy's as the example. So what we've got here, I'm going to add this to the stage. So what we've got here is just, this is what I see when I log in. Now, this is my work account. Actually, it's my personal work account. But you'll be able to see some settings here. So you can either get to this by settings or customize ChatGPT. I'm just going to show you how to get there through settings because you've got a lot more that you can look at. So you can go notifications, ChatGPT has tasks, so you can actually schedule things to where it will remember and then either email you or some other way notify you of that thing that you wanted to remember. But the thing I want to talk about today is the memory, because that's obviously what you want to pay attention to. And what I've got here is Again, I don't use this account a whole lot. I use my personal account, which is I started using it I don't know, maybe a month after ChatGPT kind of released everything. So I've got all of my memories, all of everything that I've ever done is over there, and it's really hard to move everything over here. But I still use this. And what it's going to do is you can give it traits. So you can tell it, I want you to be casual like a work partner. I do not want you to be overly wordy, but I do want you to feel free to communicate in a way that gives me enough information to get your point across. You can address me as Joel. I want to be a team player. I want you to be a team player. So as we go along, you will develop opinions based on how you and I interact. So you want basically what you're doing is you want to create this you want to create this you want to create a partner, right? And you want to create the perfect assistant. And what the perfect assistant needs to be the perfect assistant is to know everything about you. So as you go along and as you use this thing, it's going to get to know you. So to start off, I would not have work and personal combined, because you'll see some of your personal stuff will start slipping into anything you're doing. Like if you wanted to do an email campaign for some Glock 19s and you like daisies, it may start slipping some of that in. So you really want to keep that. You want to keep your work and your professional, or your professional and your personal separate. Um, I see another couple of stores. So you guys are going to be able to do this. Again, this is magical stuff, and you're going to see how much you would have to pay somebody once we're done. Another thing we can do is anything else ChatGPT should know about you, and you can put everything that you want in here, right? All I've got is my work, what my goal is here, a little bit of my education, and what my mission is. Like for you guys, my mission is to bring these digital and physical worlds together so that you can do way more than you ever thought you could. And that's what we're going to do here. And you can even do some advanced settings as well. The main thing is just go in and start using the tool. Once you start using it, you're going to see you're going to see things that you never knew you were able to do. Like it will do web search. DALL-E is the image generation. Code, if you guys out there are coders, it's really good at coding. I know there are other solutions that are better. I think Claude supposedly is better. I'm not knowledgeable enough in coding to be able to judge that, but that's what the people are saying. You've got Canvas, and Canvas, I'll show you what Canvas does here in just a second. And then you've got Advanced Voice. Advanced Voice is just like for our purposes, it would be, let's say you deal with a unruly customer, right? You could say, hey, I want you to act as an unruly customer, and you come in and you tell me this Glock is too much, right? And it will act however you want it to act. Also, it obviously knows everything because it is literally just ChatGPT with a voice. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go back here and get back on this screen, and then we're going to take the URL that I was given, which is Fritzy's. And we are going to do a deep research. And what this deep research is, the first thing I'm going to do here is obviously paste their URL in. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to get my prompt. Now, how did I get this prompt? Well, I'm glad you asked. The way you get the prompt is by asking for the prompt. I don't know what this individual would be that would go in and do this type work. So I had to explain to the robot what I wanted to do, and it came up with all the credentials that I would need to use. And so basically, I created a branding specialist or a strategist, a branding strategist. And I told the robot, I said, I want you to give it everything, sorry, I hit the wrong button. I want you to give this branding specialist every credential and certification that anyone could ever get to do this job. And what this job is we're going to go into Fritzy's in a deep research, and then we're going to have this thing go in and come up with a you'll see what it's going to do. Now it's going to take a few minutes, so I'm just going to get it started. But it's going to come up with a full report on how Fritzy's can increase its business, basically. So we're going to start that. And the way you would do that, obviously, is you come in here and you click deep research. You'd put your prompt in. If you wanted it to do a URL, you would just paste that URL in there, and it's going to go to work. And you'll see what it's going to do right here. Now, what it should do, since I've got Canvas opened, I think, oh, hang on, let me see. 1 second. So we are good. Just focus on increasing traffic in store and online. Think outside the box. You always want to tell AI to think outside the box, because that's where their true power is. It's able to look at everything from space and see every piece that you want to put together, and it's able to do that very quickly. Now, the reason it takes so long is it's literally going to go visit this website, and it's going to go through and it's going to say, how can we help Fritzy's increase the traffic in store and online? What can we do? So it's probably going to come up back with some suggestions on maybe where to place your, maybe have a blog. If you don't have a blog, to have a blog. Basically, it's just going to think outside the box and give you ways that you would be paying somebody a lot of money to learn how to do this, or for them to do it themselves. So we're going to let that work there. And, so here we go. This is the canvas. So basically what the canvas is it shows you, it opens a canvas and it shows you what it's doing. So right now it's visiting fritzysgunworks.com to assess its creative potential, noting product uniqueness and layout, and identifying innovative marketing strategies. So it's just going to keep going through here, and it's going through here through the eyes of a brand specialist, right? So there are people out there that actually do this for a living. RIP, because you can literally do this yourself. And I hate saying that, but it's the world we live in now. And I'll be honest with you, if you were to go pay somebody $10,000 to do this, probably what they're going to do is exactly what I'm doing here, right? So take these tools, start using them, and then you're going to see some magic. Now, let's see what else we were going to talk about here. We're going to talk about custom GPTs, and what a custom GPT is just basically a bot that specializes in something that you want it to know. So like for all of our webinars, we have something called Webby, and what Webby is it's a custom bot built on the knowledge that was shared in that webinar. So we've got Core Force Update here. Basically what I would do is I would say, what was covered here? And I'm being very, very, very simple. You guys, the more you think, the more refined product that you want to pull out of this robot, obviously, the more thought you're going to put into prompting and whatnot. So if you want to build a bot based upon your store's culture or your hours, or, like classes that you may have coming up, anything like that, you can literally do that and then share that link with your customers, or just have like a QR code somewhere in the store where they would scan that QR code. It would open up their ChatGPT, because I'll be honest with you, ChatGPT is going to be as common as having, Safari or Chrome on your phone, right? If it's not, those people those people are going to be kind of left in the dust, because this is the new world we're kind of moving into, the world where you can literally access anything at any time at lightning speed. So you could create a store bot to where, it would tell your story, right? Which is what our robot is going to help us do here. And let's see how far along he is. All right. So it's already looked at 6 sources, and it's doing a lot of stuff here. I'm considering engaging in-store events, highlighting unique product angles, and boosting online presence through content like blogs and customer stories. Uh, it's searching for training classes, searching for bore sighting. Um, I mean, it really is. It's thinking outside the box, and this would take a human quite a bit of time to go in here and do this all manually. But this is happening literally at real time. Somebody is on that website looking at it through the eyes of a brand specialist, and they're going to come back with a really great report that I'm going to show you in just a second. And then we'll go from there. What can we do with that report? Because as I'm talking, I'm thinking of new ways to do this. That's why it seems so scatterbrained, because there really is no way. It's just once you start pulling that thread on using these tools, you're going to figure out, oh my gosh, I can go over here and do this and that. I can do that over there. So the main thing is just start using it. And if you don't know how to use it, open the robot up and say, what can you do for me? And what do you need from me to be able to do whatever it is that you can do for me? And if it says, well, I'm a large language model and you're going to prompt me. And then you say, well, I want to do this, but I don't know how to write a prompt. Can you write a prompt for me? And then let it write the prompt, because the robot knows robot language better than any human will. But if you can communicate effectively, clearly, crystal clear, you'll notice that you're going to get a lot of, I wasn't even sharing my screen. I'm so sorry, guys. But you can see here, it's already got 6 sources. It's going through here. It's telling us what it's doing. This is why I need a co-host. Anybody want to get on here and co-host with me? Let me look through some of these comments here. 1 second. Yeah, Colleen, I'll go back and show you. This stuff is real simple. So, Dean, when you talk about separate that with just projects or GPTs, or does that bleed over? That's why I say keep all of your um, keep your work separate from your personal, because recently ChatGPT allowed, and I've been waiting for it. It's called endless memory or infinite memory, which that's what you want in an assistant. You want it to remember everything, right? So if you start typing something in, maybe it remembers, hey, that's not what we agreed on. You need to go back and look at this, right? So you want it to have that endless memory, and you really can't control. You don't have that much control over what it's remembering. That's why I say just keep your personal separate from your work. Now, I'm being overly cautious because I could go to my personal right now and say, hey, I want to start writing an article, or I want to start putting together our core weekly, right? Because I use the robot to help gather information for our core weekly. It's not going to put any of my personal stuff in there, but I don't use it a whole lot for personal. So that may be why it's not pulling it out. So Dean, I hope that answered your question. I've never worked with projects. I'm thinking if you have teams, because I know that now you can work with work across ChatGPT with teams, so different people have access to a project. Maybe that's what that is, but I'm really not sure. I've never used the projects. I just used the chats and the custom GPTs. I do know the custom GPTs you can access. Like I'll show you here real quick, Dean. This directly speaks to what you were talking about. So I can go here and I can say at, and it should be searching for my let's see. There we go. So it's going to search for my robots, right? So let's just say I just started a new chat and I ask it here. So you can ask it, and what was covered here? And it's going to tell you. It's reading through the Core Force Update episode 2. And then if I wanted to, I could go back and I could do it again, and I could just keep this one conversation going, but I can access multiple bots as I'm doing it. So that's really cool. It's really powerful. Let me get back to the comments real quick. I get so excited talking about this stuff. So David, you're absolutely correct. Let me throw this up there. And we've already started, so I'm going to take that banner down. This is why I need a co-pilot here. What I've learned with AI is the quality of the results completely depend on how well you prompt it and how much information you put in. So let me do this real quick. Let me start a chat, and I'm going to demonstrate something for you. Let's say we want to, July 4th. I want to on SIGs. Can you write a prompt that will help me do this? I want to, I don't know. I can't really think. July 4th is coming up. I want to have a sell on SIG. Can you write a prompt that will help me do this? That's pretty shallow. And that's why I like doing this as well, because if I'm not sitting down in a quiet environment, my prompts are horrible, right? But I usually don't use my prompts. If it's something really in depth and serious, I usually do this right here. I give it my basic idea. And you can do this with your prompt too. If you think your prompt is really good, just do your prompt and then go in and say, I want you to rewrite this prompt and make it more effective, or make it hit harder, make it more detailed. So we can do that, and it's going to write me a prompt to do just this. Absolutely. Here's the prompt. You can generate copy, promo ideas. Prompt: I'm planning a July 4th promotional sale focused on 6 Sauer firearms and accessories. Create a variety of engaging, patriotic, and persuasive marketing content that emphasizes freedom, independence, and self-reliance. The tone should be bold, confident, and aligned with American values. Focus on limited time deals, premium quality, and self-defense readiness. So you can see it's really done a great job. So what I'm going to do here, and you could keep this in this chat. So I could say, okay, it says, let me know if you want to run this prompt and give you a ready-to-use campaign from it. I'd be happy to generate that now. I usually just start a new chat, because I don't want, I've always done it this way, because I don't want the robot to have really a good memory of how we started this. I just want him to start fresh on this. So what I usually do is copy this. Let's go here. We don't need prompt, but I'm just being careless, because I want you to see how easy this is. Just throw it in there, and it goes to work. Freedom's firepower. Celebrate independence with SIG. Promotional blurb, email, website banner. This July 4th, honor the spirit of independence with the tools of self-reliance. For a limited time, get unbeatable deals on 6 Sauer firearms and accessories, engineered for excellence, trusted for defense. Whether you're upgrading your everyday carry or investing in your first firearm, there's never been a better time. Golly, y'all. I'm reading what I'm seeing here. I'm sorry. Let me remove this. Yeah, I need a co-pilot. So from now on, if anybody out there wants to join me for these webinars, I would love to have you here, because you can say, hey, Joel, nobody can see what you're doing. So you can see what I did here. I'm going to go back. Let's go back. So basically it came up with this prompt. So I said, I'm going to, July 4th is coming up. I want you to write a prompt that will help me, run a sale, right? It was that simple. It was kind of brain dead simple. And then this is the prompt that it came up with. I just copy and pasted this prompt in a brand new chat, hit enter, and this is what it came up with. So obviously you could literally upload your sales data. You could, like, if you run a sales report on SIG, you could literally just upload that and say, what would be some really good, what would be some really good guns to run, right? Based upon my margins. I want to keep my margins at so-and-so. So you could go as deep as you wanted to with this stuff. Thanks, David. I'm so sorry. Dean, maybe we can talk about that. I would love to just know more about projects. So maybe on our next AI session, we can talk about those projects, because I know anything they're doing, it's logical. Everything's kind of laid out in a very reasoned way. So this stuff's just built to really magnify what you can already do. And it's like David said, you come to find that you the more detailed you are when you give that prompt, the more information you give it, the better information you're going to get back. And that's why I tell people, and I don't mean to offend anybody, but it really is, the people that hate AI, I think they may not like themselves, or they've never used it, right? Because the AI is only a reflection of you. So if you put in really great, prompts or whatnot, and you getting this stuff back, it's like, man, this stuff is great. It's only reflecting you. It's just magnifying what you already are, right? So if you don't like it, maybe try to use it. And when you're like, hey, this thing's giving me I'm not getting any good product out of this. I'm not getting any good emails or, social media post or whatever. Have that conversation with the robot. Just tell it, hey, I don't like that. But let's steer it in this direction. And then it's beginning to learn you, right? So 6 months from now, it's going to take everything all the conversations that you've had with it, it's going to remember back, and it's going to be like, my gosh, this guy's smart, right? Because it's you, right? And it's just magnifying you. So let's go back here. So I'm not going to forget. So this is what it came up with. I like it. It's just something you can start with. And let's say I wanted to do, and it's also giving you all the things that it knows about selling, right? You want something urgent. Hey, ends at midnight on July 4th. No extensions. Gives you some social media posts. And what you can also do is, let's say you wanted to do this. You could just copy this right here. Let's see here. Copy this. And I'm going to go down here and I'm going to say, I like the following. Expand on it. And I'm going to paste this here, and it's just going to keep going. And the reason it's going a little slower is because it's using its latest model, and the model is very, very, very thoughtful. So the more thoughtful the model is, the slower it's going to be. But you can see it will expand upon what you're talking about. And then you could put your sales report in of all your SIG stuff, and you say, okay, now I want you to just take this. I want you to take the sales of the last 6 months of these SIGs and tell me what I can make the most money on. I mean, this stuff's that simple. And then have it continue on. I mean, you can go, you could copy that and go down here and say, I want you to expand upon this, and let's start the campaign. So those are the kind of things that you can do with just chats, right? Just going into ChatGPT and talking to ChatGPT. Now let's go in and look to see where the deep research is. And what the deep research is, I've already explained it, but it's not just glancing at something. It's actually looking very, very deeply and thoughtfully into something. And depending on your prompt, because I could say, just go look at this website, and it's going to be like, what do you want me to look for? I don't know what I'm looking for. So go into the robot like I did today. And I said, hey, what would the person be that would go to a website and look at it to help them increase traffic and sales, right? Very, very simple. And it came up with that massive deal with the job title, all the credentials, all the certifications that a person like that would have, and created that prompt. Let's see. David, so let me go back here real quick, because that's really cool. I've been using it a lot lately for t-shirt designs and ideas for a new 2A t-shirt company I'm starting. I use it to write social media posts, create flyers, draft legal documents, and just bounce ideas off of. And that's exactly what it's there for. It's not there to replace anything. It's like a lot of people say, AI is coming for your job. It's like, no, AI is not coming for your job. The person using AI is coming for your job. So the AI is not just going to come take your job. It's going to be somebody like you or me that we're learning to use these tools, and we'll be able to go out and do anything that we want, right? There's nothing that any individual can't do these days. So that's what we're jumping into here. So what I'm going to do now is share my screen, and we're going to go back and we're going to see where the deep research is. I'm sure it's done because it usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes. And let's see, engagement and sales. So here we are. Creative strategies to increase in-store and online traffic for Fritzy's Gunworks. Host interactive training events and demo days. The Mantis X training systems app interface above is one innovative tool Fritzy's can let customers try in store to improve their shooting. As an authorized Mantis dealer, the shop carries devices like the Laser Training Academy and Blackbeard AR Trainer, which can be used in events or demonstrations. Hosting a try before you buy demo day for these systems would give visitors a hands-on experience and a compelling reason to visit the store. And you can see right here, evidently, this is where it was talked about, right? Your Mantis. In-store workshops. Leverage the training classes led by Fritzy's certified instructor with law enforcement military experience to host mini workshops for customers. And it looks like this is where it got that information. So it's providing you information of where it's getting this stuff, right? Product day demo. Organize special demo events where customers can try out new and exciting gear in store. For instance, set up a Mantis X shooting performance system on a demo firearm and let visitors test their trigger control with the Laser Training app. Fritzy's is an authorized Mantis dealer. It's already told us that, but that's okay. So showcasing the Laser Training Academy or Blackbeard AR dry fire system in action will draw tech-savvy shooters, which is a really good point. A lot of tech-savvy shooters out there. A digital training demo day with friendly competitions who can improve their score the most, can create buzz and social media content. It's awesome. Engage newcomers. And I guess it's getting from the Chamber of Commerce, I guess, what you guys do. It's taking the information from there. Event promotion that may be just using common sense here. Promote these events on the website's homepage and calendar if available, and across social media. Use photo and short videos in the workshops demos to showcase the fun. So you can see it's going to go through. I'm just going to scroll down so that you can see how long this report is. It's very, very long. Engage do-it-yourself builders with parts and service support. I don't know why it would use MapQuest. Maybe it's just telling where it got that information. Fritzy's website and store stock not only firearms, but also an extensive selection of gun parts and upgrade components, barrels, triggers, frames, scopes, rings, and more. That's where it got that information. You can do-it-yourself workshops. Service perks. Take advantage of the services you already provide, like bore sighting and optic mounting, as a marketing hook. For example, run a promotion, free bore sighting with any scope purchase. And that's probably what it got here. You may be doing something similar, or you may be doing that, but it's still pulling that information in. So you can see it's a pretty long report. Now here's what shocked me, because you guys, you wonder, like, the thing with AI is we get so used to, we've become soft, right? Not only physically, but now we're mentally soft, because used to do something like this, it required a lot of effort, a lot of manpower, a lot of hours. And now we can just do it at a push of a button with a little bit of thinking, and not many people do it, right? So it's like the easier something is for somebody, the harder they work not to do it, which makes no sense, but I'm guilty of it too. So it just takes a little bit of discipline to say, you know what? 3-4 years ago, I would have paid somebody to come in and help me do this, right? Because if you've got time, you're making sales, and you're like, maybe you've hit a bump, or you've hit a ceiling, right? You're like, why can't I get over this hump? Well, now you can consult with somebody that will tell you exactly why you can't get over that hump. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to ask it, how much would something like this cost? How much? Wait, I need to say, how much would what you did above cost if I... That's a question mark. Let's see. How much would what you did above cost if I went out and hired somebody? So let's see what it is. So in-depth website analysis, you're looking at $150 to $250 per hour. So estimated cost would be $750 to $1,500. Creative marketing strategy for your events, campaigns, bundles, online to store engagement. Again, it's $200 to $300 an hour. You're looking at $1,000 to $2,000. Let's just look at the total. So you're looking at, if you went to hire an agency or somebody that specializes in this, they're going to be charging you $3,300 or $6,300, right? If you hired an agency, actually, no, the agency would be more. A brand strategy and campaign blueprint for $5,000 to $10,000, right? If you hired a freelancer, it's going to be $3,000 to $6,000. You just got a $3,000 to $6,000 value strategy doc tailored exactly to your business without the agency markup, guesswork, or fluff. If you want help executing any of these ideas, like writing landing pages, designing bundles, or building out the loyalty referral program, I've got your back. Want me to prioritize which tactics will give you the fastest wins? So I had somebody reach out. Is Adam from Battlehawk out there? So I had somebody reach out last week and said, "Hey, what would you do? Like, there's a lot of tools out there. What would you do in regards to in regards to all these solutions? Where would you plug these different things in?" This would be the first thing, because this is not going to cost you anything. If you've got a ChatGPT account, it's costing you what, $20 a month. So for $20 a month, you have a lawyer, a doctor, a business specialist, a marketing specialist, a creative content specialist. You've got everything that you need. You've got it right here. Now, you guys may have seen, I did those videos on, you may not have seen it, but I did some videos, and basically all I did is I came here, and let me do it real quick. I'll do it, and I'm just going to ask it to, actually, I'm going to show you exactly what I would do, because I don't have the perfect prompt, right? So 1 second. I'm going to go back here so you can see the screen. I'm going to say, write this will be my virtual assistant. So write a prompt that I can use to create a realistic image of someone standing in a gun store. This will be my virtual assistant. And seeing as though I did that in this chat, it's going to remember, okay, it's going to have that knowledge. So maybe some of that stuff will be bleeding through, which is what we want. So it's going to write the prompt. A friendly, professional-looking man in his mid-30s, clean cut with short brown hair, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Okay, I want it to be, let's just see what it comes up with. So I'm going to just do this. Copy. I'm going to go over here and open a new chat. And this is where you do a new chat. Obviously, it says new chat. And I'm going to click create image. And we will paste this in there. And we'll just see what it comes up with. I didn't give it dimensions. If you're going to do stuff like what I did with my stuff, is I wanted to just have something that we could play on Instagram. And so I just gave it the dimensions, which I think are like 1080 by 1350 or 920 by 1350. It's some weird image, some weird dimension, but you can tell it. You can have an image created in any dimensions that you want, and it's doing it right now. I'll let you see what it looks like while it's doing that. It takes a little bit, but it's a really good, solid image generation tool. Give that a minute. I know it's boring right now, but you're seeing magic here. I see the American flag. Let's see if it looks really good. It's very slow, but I want it to be realistic, right? I can already see it's blurry in the background as well, which is awesome. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'll show you the tool that I use. Let me log in. Oh, that looks really good. Is anybody impressed with that? I'm super impressed. So basically what I would do with this is obviously save it. Let's see, save. And then I would go to this solution that I'm going to show you. This is called HeyGen, right? And you may have seen this one. But so that was just literally an image that ChatGPT created, right? So I could go here and do the same thing. I'm just briefly showing you how this stuff works. It would take a little bit longer because obviously you want to go in here and make sure that you you do your script right. But you would just go to create new avatar, custom photo, and I'm going to go with what I just downloaded, or I didn't download it, did I? Yeah, I did. ChatGPT image. Go there, and I will upload. And this is going to make sure that it's looking at the image to make sure that it actually has, you know, a mouth and eyes and a nose so that it can make the face move. Now, the thing with this is it's not, its hands aren't going to move, right? So I should have said, like I did with these other images, these over here, I should have said, you know, from like the chest up, right? So we'll go there. We'll just go young adult, male, white, and test. And again, this is called HeyGen, right? And what I would do if I were you, if you have, if your store's bilingual, right? Maybe you have a large Spanish population around you that comes in your shop a lot, and this would be a great way for you to create videos to kind of explain like range rules or maybe sales that you have going on. These guys will, I can speak Russian, Italian, German, Spanish. I can speak anything, you know, because what this does is it takes takes your script, right? Actually, it takes a video. Like if you made a video and you could say, hey, our hours today are so-and-so, and we've got this sale going on. You can upload it here and it will literally change the mouth and everything to speak a different language. But what I did is I just added an image, which a lot of people like, because you don't want to really think about anything. You just want, like, you go create your own, you don't have time to make videos, right? So if you had something like this where all you got to do is come up with a script, or the person in your shop that's really good on social media, just have them, hey, I want you to come up with a script. Where would we get a script, right? Well, let me show you where we would get a script. And I'm sitting here. Let's see. Oh, gun store attendant. That's what we were doing. Okay. Oh no, I don't want to remove anything. Everything's great. Write a 10-second script. Hello and welcome to the shop. So it's going to just come up with that script real quick. And I think we're in the same conversation. Oh no, we're not. So it's just going to be it's not going to talk about Fritzies or anything. All right. Hey there. Welcome to the shop. I'm glad you're here. And what I would do is I would just copy that and go back over here. We would say, I would choose a voice for me. And I don't know if you guys can hear this. Let's see. Go right here and we're going to put in our script and then see what it says. We don't we don't want that one. We want a male, right? So you can go here and you can just choose between a bunch of different voices. And we'll just do this real quick because you're not here to learn that. Now, here's where it gets with this particular tool. And again, this is not an in-depth tutorial. I'm just showing you when you start playing around with this stuff, you're going to learn, oh my gosh, okay, I need to start messing around with these settings. And what you need to do is you need to go in here and pick a mood. I just do friendly, and we'll just see what it sounds like. Hopefully Rex is a male. And then what you can do is you can go in here and for some reason I'm not getting any of the usual controls that I get. So usually you can let's see what this one sounds like. And again, this is very okay. So once you find your voice, you'll see these controls and like stability, different things like that. Things like stability, clarity, and similarity. Once you start changing these, you gotta tinker with them a lot to get the mix that you want. So the way it sounds like a friendly robot. Now, what did I do? And this again, I want everyone to walk away from this this whole talk knowing that I don't know how to do anything, right? That's weird to say. I don't. So what do I do whenever I come to this and I'm like, man, those voices, they're horrible. I need to find something that's, I don't understand what I'm doing. So here's what I did. I'm just going to show you. And this is something that you can do as well. Oh, I'm sorry. You can't hear the voice being generated. I apologize about that. I'll make these available and for all of you that showed up today. I'll just send them out in an email so you can see everything that we did. But what did I do? I don't understand how any of this works. So I go here and I just take a screenshot. I just take a screenshot of this and I go back to ChatGPT and I say, we'll start a new chat. I'm trying to get a voice to sound more human. What do these controls do? And then I'm going to upload that image. So I go here, add from photos. Let's see, desktop, screenshot, upload. You can do this as well. So you can upload images to ChatGPT. Another thing I did, and I was going to mention our friends at BMC Tactical, because I use them for a few things. So this is what it does. There we go. So it's actually explaining. Again, when you start messing with these tools, if you don't understand something, just take a screenshot, go to ChatGPT and ask it a question. I know you can't see my screen. We'll go back here. I'll let you see. So I just plugged that in, plugged the image in. If you want to do upload an image, you would just hit the little plus button right here and you can add photos. And then ask it a question. I'm trying to get a voice to sound more human. What do these controls do? And then it's going to look at that image and then explain everything that these controls will do. And then I can have a conversation with it. How do I make it sound more human? Right? Oh, I didn't even have to ask it. It told me right here. Wanted to sound more human? Try this configuration. This stuff's magic. Another thing I did is, and this is something you can do, and I want you guys to really hear me here. Go to your shop, take a picture of your sales floor, like from the front door. Just go to your front door, take a picture, and then upload it here without doing any kind of special prompt or custom GPT and say, hey, can you give me some recommendations of how I can maybe make the traffic flow a little bit better through my shop? Or what items should I put right here? Right. And then just see what it says. Now, if you really wanted to go into it deeper, you could create a sales assistant or a assistant here. Let me see. I think I've got that over here. Okay, so we've got farms, regulation, weekly. Let's see. Going back to let's go to my work account. Maybe I built it there. I think I did. We're going to go back here, transcript, 5 deadly sins, cut the red tape. Maybe not. But what I did is I built a bot that had all the knowledge that, the billions and billions of dollars that Walmart has spent to learn human behavior and how traffic works in a store and where to place items. And I said, okay, I want you to basically look through the eyes of this guy and tell me how I can, move items around. And it's really impressive. Some of the stuff that it was coming up with, it was telling me things that I didn't even know were in the image. Right. So when you start playing around with it, you're going to see, my gosh, this is a really powerful tool. But that's just some of the things that you can do here. If I wanted to finish this, I'm just going to finish this so that I have it to send to you later. We're just going to call this test. I'm going to include this in an email. TST. And we're going to submit, and it's going to go to work. These are some other ones that I did. And these are the ones that I did that were actually changing my voice or changing my language. So I did Arabic, Korean, Turkish, Japanese, Chinese, Italian. And it's really impressive. I know you can't see my screen, but I submitted it and it's now working. So I'll have that to send to you in the email today. One more tool I want to talk about, and it's really fun. I've talked about this in the past. And if you're not using this, shame on you, really. Shame on you, because you have a captive audience in your shop, right? They're walking around. You want them to behave in certain ways, right? So what's the best way to do it without yelling at them? Have it in your music, right? And we already know an excellent music writer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, we're going to go back here, and Fritzy's, you're going to get something great here. So let's see. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to click create. I could have had this already, I guess. I'm sorry. Let's see. I got a lot of stuff here. Don't look. There we go. Okay. Oh, good. Here we go. All right. So this is called Suno, and it's a music creator, and that's the song that you heard earlier. That was one of the first songs I made, and I know it may be cheesy now because it's gotten this technology's gotten so much better. But what you can do is we can go over here, and I'm going to go back to this engagement and sales. Let's see. And if you lose your chat, just go back here, and all your chats are right here. So you can go back and pick up where you left off. Knowing what you know about princess. Right lyrics. I'm sorry, right lyrics. To a song they can play in store. So it's going to go down here and it's going to write lyrics based upon everything that it learned about Fritzies. So it's called Built for Freedom. And then after it's done here, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. And again, you're probably not going to be able to hear this, but I'm going to include links to everything. You guys can go and listen to this stuff. Let's see. We're going to go here. Is it done? Yeah, it's done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up here and copy this song built that was written based upon what it learned about Fritzies, right? So if I can learn to hit buttons correctly. So we're going to go back here. I'm going to go back up here, make sure I'm on the latest model, which is 4.5 beta. And we're going to do a custom song. I'm going to paste the lyrics in, and we're just going to see what it comes up with. But if you wanted to do anything, you can just do instrumental if you wanted to, but we don't want to. We want the lyrics. You can actually pick what type songs you want or what type music you want. And it's got an endless number of it would take me all day to go through everything that they offer in regards to styles. I would just see what it comes up with. I think it's going to be pretty cool. So then what we're going to do is we're going to call Built for Freedom. Built for Freedom. And I'm actually going to do this real quick because I can have this working. And we'll go back and check on this and see what it did. So you would want to obviously, let me see. I might be able to upload this in our deal here, and then you guys will be able to see it and hear it. One second. I can just upload this as a video background. So let's try that. So this is a video background, and let me see if it works correctly. Yeah, it's not. It's not. So we'll I'll include that video. This video right here. I'll include it and you can hear what the voice sounds like. As far as the songs go, I guarantee they're already done. Let me see this. All right, I'm just gonna see if I can download this real quick because I know we can upload these really quick. So when you do this, it's going to give you 2 different versions. And again, this is the easiest thing you can do to really increase the feel of your store, to kind of inject some of your culture, some of your DNA into your store. So these are downloaded. We're going to go back here. Actually, I need to go here and upload this. So add music. Let's see if I can do 2 at a time. Yeah. There we go. All right, we're adding these. Fritzies, here's a song. Now, I didn't do, obviously, you guys saw that we didn't do anything in regards to what type music it is. As you can see here, I've done some other stuff: histrionic, patriotic, military, flute, and drum acoustic. I was doing that for another video, but this has nothing, so it just came up with it on its own. And here's what it came up with. I need to turn it up.
With grit and whole lot of soul. From first-time buyers to the seasoned pros, they all find what they need at Fritzy's Gun Works, yo. Built for freedom, made to last. From rifles to gear to a knowledge pack class. Bluebird strong, we take pride in our name. At Fritzy's Gun Works, we're changing the game. Whether it's safety or sights, you need to see. You'll feel right at home. Come stand with Fritzy's, yeah.
So you can see, I'll play this other version.
Yeah. Icky day, I'm hard. Woo! Yeah. Out on the edge of town where the good folks go, there's a place with grit and a whole lot of soul. From first-time buyers to the seasoned pros, they all find what they need at Fritzy's Gun Works, yo. Built for freedom, made to last. From rifles to gear to a knowledge pack class. Bluesburg strong, we take pride in our name. At Fritzy's Gun Works, we're changing the game. Whether it's safety or sights, you need to see. You'll feel right at home. Come stand with Fritzy's, yeah.
All right, Fritzies, I'll be sending that to you. I'm going to invoice you for that. No, seriously, this is the kind of stuff that you can do, and it's just like low hanging fruit for a retailer. Just create some content, right? It used to require a whole lot of manpower. It used to require a whole lot of, people, hours and hours of work. How much would it cost to write a song? I did that once at a previous job. It was arranged as well. And just to write the music, I think was $1,200, right? Just $1,200 just to write a custom piece of music. And this thing wrote lyrics to a song based upon your shop. If you're whoever you are out there doing this, could be your shop as well. And immediately you're getting a response back, right? And you can go in there. If I wanted to, I could go in here and say, hey, so I want you to take this portion out and talk about our hours, right? So what better way to really train your customers than to have them listening to your music? And that's, if I go to a gun store or a range and there's no music playing, it really sounds dead. And when you can control the music that you make, you can control the message of the music, you control all that. And it's so easy, right? I think this is another, I pay a lot for subscriptions, but they're not big. It's just small. I think I pay $15 a month for this. I've got 2,720 credits. That's probably thousands of songs and any type of music that you could ever imagine. So I know we're over an hour. I'm so sorry that some of you didn't see the screen whenever I had it up or whatnot. And Dean, this will be available, and we'll have a Webby to go along with it. Remember, the Webby is the thing that you open up and you can talk to it as you're watching the webinar. And it's just basically a bot that knows everything that I covered in this webinar. So you could go there and say, hey, what can you help me with? And let me do that really quickly because I know I said I was going to talk about custom GPTs. It's not going to be that long, I promise. So 1 second. We're going to go back. We're going to go back to here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go to one of my previous, actually, I'm going to go to the retail mastery. And I'm going to say, come up with a custom GPT idea that I can use for something that was covered in this session. All right. And it's going to go read that transcript. So then what I'm going to do, smart promo strategist, and I actually did these. So a smart promo strategist, and I'm just going to do this very, very quickly. The more time you spend on the prompts, the more time that you really explain to the robot what you want, the better it's going to be. But I'm just going to show you how easy and quickly you can build a custom GPT, because I know I said I was going to cover that, but all this other stuff was so much fun. I lost track of time. So we're going to go back here, and I'm going to take this. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, because you need custom instructions. So I'm going to say, okay, write custom instructions for this custom GPT. I'm sorry, using 8,000 characters or less. 8,000 characters is the limit that you're gonna hit with these custom GPTs. So once it does this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to go down to explore GPTs. And lots of people have put GPTs up here. There may be something that you can use. They're so easy to build and so customizable. I don't care about what anybody else is building because it's general, right? So I want to create my own. So I would just click create, and I would come first over here to configure. If you don't know what you're doing and you're just playing around, you can go to create and explain what you want the custom GPT to do, right? I already know what I want it to do. So I go to configure immediately, and then I go to the instructions, and then I go back here where I got the instructions. Is this where I got them? Where did I get the instructions? Let's see. Here we go. Smart promo strategies, ideas. All right. Now I'm going to go down here. I'm going to copy this very quickly, because I know you guys are already off your lunch and you're ready to get back to work. All right. So now I'm going to copy and go back to where I'm building this, and I'm going to paste these instructions here. And then I'm going to go up here and click. Oh, we need to name it. So we'll just call it promo. And you can put a description if you want. I'll show you where the description is. And this is where you share. So you can share it with anyone using the link. You can put it in the GPT store if you want and have many people use it, or you can just keep it only for you. I'm going to just put it right here, and then I'll share this link as well and explain what this link is. And then you can go play with it in that email that we'll get out to you this week. Actually, maybe the beginning of next week. All right. Now then what I can do is I can just go here and view GPT. Now there's a lot more you can do. And actually, I'm just going to quickly go over that. You can create conversation starters. So if it's a promo that you're talking about, you can come up with some promo questions that will get this thing started helping you. Or you can upload files. So if you've got some sales coming up, or you've got some sales data, you could upload those sales reports. You could upload that sales data, or any kind of really anything that you have, you can upload here and let it use that knowledge to help you create promos, right? And and then you would just upload file. It's the same. You would pick something and it would upload, and then it would access. That's where its knowledge would come from. You can also limit its capabilities, which if you don't want it to think outside the box, if you just want it to stick with what it knows, you would not want it to visit the web, and you really don't need Canvas or image generation or anything like that. And then you would just click update, and then time is flying by. And then you could go, when you do that, what I want you to keep in mind is it does lock it anytime you make a change. So you have to go back in here and click anyone with a link and then save. And then we can do share, and I'll copy link, and I will just go here, paste this link in, and what can you help me with? And it's going to go through. Great question. I'm here to help you run smarter, more profitable promotions. And then it's just going to go through everything they can do. The more knowledge you give it about your stuff, the better it's going to be at it. But you've basically got, and remember, this took what, 4 or 5 minutes? This is like half-assed. Forgive my language, but that's what this is, half-assed. If you sat down and spent 15 or 20 or 30 minutes building your own based upon your store's, information and culture and all this other stuff, your mind will be blown with what it can come up with. It's like the whole, the song, listening to the, where did it go? Well, it's somewhere. The song, taking all the information from Fritz's, the deep research we did on Fritzy's crazy stuff. You just have to start playing with it. What I would like to do though is, thanks, Stan. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate you guys. If you want to go over like more in detail in regards to ChatGPT or Suno or HeyGen or any of those things, please let me know. You all have my email address. I live for this stuff. It empowers you, the retailer. Coreware is here to give you every tool and help you with all the knowledge we can to make sure that you succeed. And today with these tools, my mind is blown because I grew up before all this stuff. I grew up before the internet, right? Or, I grew up during, right there at the beginning of the internet for the average person. And now you can go out and create something that you would have to go pay somebody $300 or $400 or $500 an hour to do. You can go do that, right? And if you don't know their credentials or their certifications, go talk to the robot. Hey, robot, what certifications or credentials would a person that does this job need? Okay, now I want you to take those credentials and create a person, an assistant for me that has 20 years of experience, and they're going to help me with my store, and it's going to do it. And then you go start a new chat, or you build a custom GPT out of that. There's nothing that you guys can't do. I'm excited we live in these times. I hope that you got something out of this today. I know we went a little long. Hopefully you got something out of it. This stuff, it blows my mind. It's fun because there's no limits. Like the chains, you're unshackled. You are free to do anything that you want. You can make your business go stratospheric if you want, right? By giving that customer a unique experience, blowing their mind as well. They come in, they hear custom music like Fritzy's is on the Fritz, right? We're almost giving SIGs away or Glocks or whatever. Come up with jingles, come up with songs. You can come up with these different characters and have them playing on your TVs throughout the deal. Like, hey, don't forget to check out our sale. It's right here under the counter. It's limitless what you can do. That this stuff years ago would have cost tens of thousands of dollars for you to do. And now it's at your fingertips. All it requires is just a little bit of time. Just sit down, be disciplined about it, and say, you know what? I'm just going to start using ChatGPT, or I'm going to start using Suno, or I'm going to start using one of these other tools. I'm just going to start using it because if it's this easy to do things that really have a big impact, I'm doing it. And we're going to talk about, in our next one, we're going to talk about Walter. I meant to mention you, man. Your report's on its way. And if Battlehawk, I got your report as well. I got you a custom report. And Fritzy's, I'll send this report to you as well. It's going to be in PDF form. It's got links to where it's getting the information, and it will really, literally, it's like a $3,000 or $4,000 deal. So basically, we're giving away $12,000 or $10,000 or $12,000 worth of free work today here in this webinar. But I'm going to also send you the prompt on you being able to do it too. Next week will be that email, because I'm thinking of everything that I want to include in that email. I want to include links to everything that we talked about. I want to include the prompts, everything. So it's not going to be mixed in with this week's Core Weekly. So just have patience with me. I will get it to you. I am always open, no matter what time. If you've got my phone number, my email address, I am always here. I just want to help you. We love you guys, and we thank you for trusting us. And with that, I think I'm out of here. Usually somebody else is talking and I'm able to start the music. And if anybody wants to get on with me on our next AI webinar, let me know, because I need a foil, or I'll be the foil. I just need somebody to keep me straight here. But with that, guys, thank you so much. I am so thankful that you guys are here. And we can't wait to see you in the next one.
My AI style, retailers in denial. Gotta make a change worthwhile. Got the power of AI. It's time to amplify. Sales will multiply. Gonna reach the sky. Customers checking in. Time for a spin. AI got a grin. Gonna help your store begin. Predicting trends like a psychic friend. With AI, success won't ever end. AI retail revolution. Yeah, that's the solution. Boosting sales, ain't no confusion. AI retail revolution. Bringing evolution. Boosting profits. It's the ultimate solution.